What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Get ready for another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I'm your host, Gran Jefe, joined always by my co-host, OG Raw. How you doing, bro?
Oh man, it's been a good morning. I woke up kind of early this morning to get ready for this show. You text me early, man.
Yeah, man. I'm early birds, man. I be
Yeah,
up early over here.
so the early bird gets the worm, right?
Yeah, man. Well, we was up about the same time when you think about your hour difference, But yeah, man, I be up early, man. 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm up. I'm ready to roll.
Oh
That's when
yeah.
I about to get ready. But man, we got a good show for y'all today. Appreciate y'all for however you're listening. Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker. Um, where else we got? Soon to be coming iHeartRadio. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're still pending on that. But I appreciate you guys for joining the show with us today. Let's get started, man. Three teams have already found a head coach. We're gonna start off with Cliff Kingsbury, which is probably the biggest name, I guess, out of the three. Cliff Kingsbury he got fired from Texas A&M late last year after the bowl season and all that other stuff. He got hired as the offensive coordinator at USC. Now there's been rumored that he's gonna have to pay USC, I believe, about $250,000 or something like that, because $150K is how much he owed USC, the exact number, because he now is not taking that offensive coordinator job. The Arizona Cardinals have hired Cliff Kingsbury to be their head coach. What is your thoughts about that?
I mean, if that's a given, if you leave one place to go to another place, of course you should pay the money back. Especially if you're under contract. That's what the contract's for. So I don't see that as a big deal. As long as he pays that money back and get to the Cardinals, I'm pretty sure his salary is going to be way bigger in the NFL anyway. So that shouldn't be a problem for him.
Do you think this is going to work? First time head coach, first time coaching the NFL. Period. Do you see this working?
I think with anybody, they just need a chance. And going to a team like the Cardinals, it's going to be hard. But Cliff Kingsbury, he's a quarterback coach. He's coached plenty of good college quarterbacks. So if he can translate that into Josh Rosen, I believe they can be very successful down there. And if he can get that defense on track, but mostly it's the offense that's off track down there. So
exactly.
If he can do that, and he served as offensive coordinator, with USC, if he can just get that offense on track, man, I think they'll be okay. He'll be there for at least four seasons. He'll be able to finish his contract out, unlike Steve Wilkes, who went 3-13, and they just fired him.
One season. Yeah, I think this would be, I think what Arizona wanted to do is they wanted to get a guy that Josh Rosen can kind of relate to, kind of like what the Rams did with Jared Goff, a young guy. You get a young coach, a young, innovative coach, and I think that's what the Arizona Cardinals was shooting towards. They went and got Cliff Kingsbury, a young guy, a guy that's relatable to Josh Rosen. And, for their sake, I hope it do work, but that'll be left up to the games played on the field. Moving along, the Titans offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur has been hired by the Green Bay Packers, or supposed to be, is in the works. That's a done deal already. What do you think of this Packer hiring? Because
oh man, so this Packers hire it's kind of difficult for me, because I'm looking at Matt LaFleur's numbers with the Tennessee Titans. They're not all that great, man. So I don't get what he's really bringing to this Green Bay offense, or even bringing to Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is basically his own coach out there. He's going to do what Aaron Rodgers does. And, Matt LaFleur, I don't think Matt LaFleur can teach him anything or, bring anything to his game or better his game. I just don't see it.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said earlier this morning on RTF. I don't know this guy, but who knows? He could be one of the next Sean McVay. Nobody really knew who Sean McVay was when he was just the offensive coordinator of the Redskins. So, I mean, nobody thought that he would be this. Who knows? Matt LaFleur could be the next Sean McVay. But I was with you. Just my initial thought is, who is this guy? The Titans didn't look that great on offense this year. And if they really think that this guy is going to be a guy that can get Aaron Rodgers or get the best out of Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. I don't know this guy. But for the Packers' sake, they better hope that this is the guy. If not, Aaron Rodgers will run this guy out of town.
And LaFleur, he's another young head coach. Yeah. He's only 39, so
everybody's going to this young wave.
Yeah, everybody's going young, which I think is a great thing. You need to get some of the old coaches out there. It's time for a new wave of coaches. So
the league is changing.
I'll give them a chance, and I like to see what they do because that's all they need, man. Some people just need a chance, and when you go from there, it's all right. And Matt LaFleur, I know he likes to dial up like that play action. They did a lot of that in Tennessee. A lot of play action. I think that would be successful under Rodgers. That play action.
Yeah, you have Aaron Jones in the backfield. You still got Devontae Adams. That's still going to be a really good football team offensively next year.
So I'm excited to see it, though. I'm not rooting for him because I'm a Bears fan, but
for sure, I know you're not excited about that. Moving over to the NFC, or going down to the NFC South. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have hired Bruce Arians, and they hired Todd Bowles as their defensive coordinator. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now it was quoted that Bruce Arians had said that he didn't want to coach for anywhere except the Cleveland Browns. Now, when they asked him about the Packers job, he said he didn't want to take that job. They asked him why. He said because he's only interested in Cleveland. So what does this tell you that he thinks about Jameis Winston? Or what they're going to do with Jameis Winston? Or do you think that they're going to go draft a quarterback this year?
Oh, they're definitely drafting a quarterback. I think Jameis is done down there. I think his time is over. Last year, it was just a horrible year for him all around, with the late season start, the allegations coming up with the sexual assault. You can't be doing that as a pro football quarterback or being any, one that's a professional. You can't take all those allegations and expect to be successful. And then they basically had a quarterback madness going on down there. You have Ryan Fitzpatrick's our starter. Nope, Jameis Winston's our starter. And you're not going to get a rhythm like that. So Jameis, to me, I think they can use some of his value for a trade asset or something. Maybe get,
because if he's on the roster by March, they owe him $20.9 million. So that's a lot of money to owe to a guy that's had a very troubled past.
Yeah.
And has been known to not play in games, and not because he's been hurt, because it has been his own wrongdoing. So, yeah, I definitely agree. But I think Jameis probably will be on the roster, which is the reason why they hired Bruce Arians. Maybe they think that he can get them straight. And Jameis still is young. He's only 24, 25 years old. So, I mean, I don't know if they're really ready to let that go yet, and that's maybe why they hired Bruce Arians.
Yeah, I like that Bruce Arians hired. I thought he was a really good coach with the Cardinals.
Yes.
And I thought he turned that season around. The Cardinals, they went through a stint where it was kind of like this season. And
they were doing it with the Palmer brother.
Exactly.
Carson.
And then Carson would get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up for speculation. Had Carson Palmer not got hurt, maybe Bruce Arians would have took that team deep into the playoffs.
Exactly.
So I really like that hire, and I think the Bucs will benefit from having Bruce Arians down there.
I definitely agree with you on that point. But as promised, we got an interview coming up, guys. Right after the break, we will be back interviewing Matthew Lyle. Stay tuned.